This conference will now be recorded.
Great. So hi everyone. Welcome to this session. The purpose of this session is to ensure that none of you miss out at any of the top colleges through any exam. I am not going to talk about those colleges which should be your backup, or say, which should be your last option as a fallback. But I am primarily going to talk about all those colleges which you should not miss out depending upon your profile, your experience, your salary expectations. Are you a fresher or you are someone who is already earning well in the job? So the point is you should not miss out at some of these colleges through these exams, as it is never good to put all your stakes in just one basket. And hence it's at least suggested that for at least some of the top colleges which fall under your target zone in terms of the salaries and the profiles, you should definitely apply to them. Also, I have seen that a lot of you are pretty confused this year in terms of deadlines of colleges, which colleges going to conduct an exam, for which college you need to fill a form separately, etc., etc. So we will be coming up with a detailed article on this tomorrow, and we will be continuously updating the college deadlines in that article. You can bookmark that article tomorrow, and it will be a reference point for you to ensure you don't miss out at the application deadline for any college or any exam. Coming coming to the purpose of this session now. Let's first talk about the CAT examination. I'm going to talk about colleges at exam level, and then I'm going to talk about colleges at the specialization level. Now, when it comes to CAT, by default, when you fill for CAT, you end up applying for all the IMs. Now, when I say Blackie, I refer to all the old IMs, all the 6 old IMs. I'm here talking about the median salaries in this PDF, which is there on your screen. And I have not mentioned any specific cutoff for IIMs because the cutoff for IIMs is very delusional. It depends upon multiple factors. Someone may get a call at 90 to 93 percentile even for IIM Calcutta, and someone may not get a call even at 99.9 percentile. So I'm not talking about the cutoff for IIMs, but importantly, and since all of you would have applied for IIMs, I just want to highlight that what is the difference between, say, the old IIMs, the new IIMs, and the baby IIMs. The difference between new IIMs and baby IIMs is new IIMs will be IIMs like Rohtak, Ranchi, etc. And when I say about baby IIMs, I am talking about those IIMs which have come up very recently. Say I'm Amritsar, or those kind of IIMs, right? So that's the difference between baby IIMs and new IIMs. And then you have your Blackie. Now, while your CAT form takes care of this, 5 colleges I would strongly suggest all of you to apply are NITI Mumbai. NITI Mumbai is only for engineers, so at least all the engineers should definitely apply for NITI Mumbai. It's a government college directly under MHRD. Its fee is relatively lesser as compared to say the likes of MDI, etc., which are private colleges. NITI Mumbai, all engineers should apply. MDI, both engineers, non-engineers should apply. FMS Delhi, again, everyone should apply. SP Jan, you should definitely apply unless your academics are less than 80. SP Jan selection process gives a lot of weightage to the academics. So if your academics are less than 80, that is your 10th, 12th, and graduation, you may not get call from SP Jan. So it's very important for you to apply for SP Jan, especially if your acads are good. IIT Mumbai, again, very important, again for engineers only. Akshata, yes, NITI accepts only CAT score. NITI does not take any other score. NITI only takes CAT score. We are talking about their flagship course, their flagship MBA course, which is PGDIM. I'm not talking about the other course which they run, for which the admit is through GATE. So I'm talking about their flagship MBA course, which takes only CAT score, Akshata. So if you are an engineer, please do apply for NITI. It's going to be a very good backup for you. Yes, Vikas, I will be talking about non-CAT exams as well. Aditi, SP Jan graduation 80 plus, yes, unless say you have a very outstanding profile. So, for example, if you are a Ranji player or you have played football at a national level, or if you are if you have been a singer in Indian Idol, etc., kind of a profile, you need to have 8 throughout. But even if say you get you have say 78, 79, at least apply. It's worth applying. So my point is through CAT, you should not be missing out NITI Mumbai, MDI Gurgaon, FMS Delhi, SP Jain Mumbai, and IIT Mumbai. Ronit, with 5+ years of experience, you should only be going for IIMs, NITI Mumbai, FMS Delhi, SP Jain, IIT Bombay, and MDI Gurgaon. None of the others in this list. As a person with 5+ years of experience, I will only suggest you to go for the first 8 in this list. Now, as a fresher, you can apply for every college in this list. Tushar, to join or not, you can be decided later based on the options you have in hand. Okay. Now, apart from these colleges, and as I said, as NITI takes CAT score, please do apply for it. MDI Gurgaon takes only CAT score, please do apply for it. FMS, even for female candidates, FMS is a very good option because FMS has changed their criteria where they give additional 5 points to female candidates. Also, if you are stronger in verbal and weaker in quant, FMS is a good option because while shortlisting, FMS gives more weightage to your verbal sectional score as compared to your quant and LRDI score. So FMS Delhi, again a good option. MDI Gurgaon does not conduct its own exam. MDI Gurgaon only takes through CAT. Aditi, your chances are as good as say a person with 3 years of experience. You don't need to worry on that front. All these colleges, they have 18 to 20% people, with less than say 10 months of work experience. So you do have a good chance. And a person up to 11 months of experience is considered as good as a fresher. So 0 to 11 all fall into one bracket. Okay. SP Jan accepts CAT score and ZAT score. Anjali, SP Jan accepts CAT and ZAT score. Okay. So apart from IIT Mumbai, the other 2 IITs which I will suggest you to keep as a backup, IIT Delhi, IIT Kharagpur. I believe IIT Delhi has recently started to allow non-engineers also to apply. So even if you are a non-engineer, you just check out the latest eligibility criteria from IIT Delhi website, and if they are still allowing non-engineers, you can go ahead and apply for IIT Delhi as well. IIT Kharagpur, again a good option for engineers. Among other IITs, I will only suggest you to go up to IIT Roorkee. Don't go for other IITs. IIT Chennai is one, where you can again apply for. So IIT Chennai is correctly called as IIT Madras. So IIT Madras and IIT Roorkee is where you can again apply. And okay, Aditi, I will confirm to you, but as far as I know, they will be accepting both. Ronit, 1 year PGPM program of SP Jain is not what I will suggest you very strongly because the average package of that course and the return on investment is lesser than their flagship course. But yes, you can keep it as a backup. Now, this is about some of the top tier colleges. Now, the other colleges which you can apply for, all IITs except only CAT Akshata. Other colleges which I would suggest you to keep as a backup, especially say if you are someone who is scoring in the range of 85 to 95 or 80 to 95 in mocks, please keep IMT Ghaziabad, IMI Delhi, Tapmi Manipal, XIM Bhubaneswar, KJ Somaiya, GIM as some of your backup options. Also, Four School Delhi could be a decent backup option, especially if you are scoring in the range of 80 to 95. See, mock scores, whatever you score in mocks are mocks are not going to tell you that how much you are going to score on the exact examination day. I have seen people scoring 99 throughout in time mocks and ending up scoring 80 percentile in exam. I have seen people scoring 85 90 in mocks and ending up with a 98 99 in the exam. So you don't know what is going to happen on the examination day. So just as a backup, especially say if you are consistently scoring less than 95, at least keep IMT Ghaziabad, IMI Delhi, Tapmi Manipal, and KJ Somaiya and Fort School as your backup options. And say if you are scoring consistently less than 90, you can probably keep Wellinkar Mumbai also as your backup option. And IMT Nagpur Hyderabad, you don't need to worry. And even from that perspective, even IMT Ghaziabad, IMI Delhi, you don't need to worry, because they will reopen their applications once the CAT result is out. So based on your CAT result, you can apply for IMT Nagpur, Hyderabad, Ghaziabad, Delhi, IMI Delhi as well later on as well. Okay. Ronit, you don't need to apply for these colleges. These colleges are not going to do any justification with your profile. You will end up, getting a much lesser salary as compared to what you may be getting right now. So that's why they don't take people with higher experience, because they cannot do justice to those profiles. So, Akshata, Aditi, Anjali, everyone, Ronit, everyone is clear that which college to not miss out. Please, I will put up an article tomorrow, with the deadlines for all these colleges, so you do remember them. And most of the IITs and all, they will keep their applications open even till later stage. But I guess IIT Mumbai typically closes it before. I'll put up the deadlines tomorrow. But my point is, ensure that these colleges are in your bucket list. At least if you are confident, and if you only want to get into colleges with 12 plus or 13 plus or 14 plus kind of a packages, NITI Mumbai, MDI Gurgaon, FMS Delhi, SP Jain, IIT Bombay, do not miss them. If you are okay with slightly lesser ones, you can go for IMI Delhi, IMT Ghaziabad, GIM, Fort School, KJ Somaiya, XIM Bhubaneswar as options. XIM Bhubaneswar will also take ZAT score. So you don't need to worry about XIM. Tapmi will also take CAT and ZAT both. IMT will also take CAT and ZAT both. IMI will also take CAT and ZAT both. But if I talk about IITs, I talk about FMS, I talk about MDI, I talk about NITI, they only take CAT score. Apart from that, the colleges which are there after your row number 11, that is row number 12 onwards, they are going to take both CAT and ZAT scores. Okay. Any doubts so far? Any questions so far? Let me move to ZAT. These are the 10 colleges I will strongly suggest you not to miss out. XLRI, definitely, when you are filling the ZAT form, all of us end up taking ZAT majorly for XLRI. XLRI is no less than IIM ABC. Trust me, XLRI is at par with IIM ABC. So if you are applying for ZAT, please ensure you apply for XLRI. SP Jain, again, it takes ZAT score. Above list was for colleges which take CAT score. Now we are on ZAT score, Deepika. Other colleges, as I said, IMI Delhi, IMT Ghaziabad, IMT Nagpur, Hyderabad, Tapmi, XIM, KJ Somaiya, GIM, Wellinkar, these all are going to take your ZAT score as well. The only college in this list which is not going to take CAT score and only ZAT score is XLRI. From row number 2 to row number 10, the colleges are going to take your both CAT and ZAT score. It is only XLRI which only takes your ZAT score. Now, even if say you are a person who is weak in quant, I have seen a lot of people who are weak in quant cracking ZAT and getting into XLRI, because overall sectional cutoff requirement of XLRI for quant is very less. So you just need to have 80 percentile if you are targeting HRM in quant section, and you only need 90 percentile in quant if you are targeting the business management course of XLRI. Overall percentile will be in the range of 96 97, that is required to get the call, but sectional cutoff for quant will be just 80 and 90 for HR and BM. Similarly for verbal cutoff, it will be again 90 for HRM and 80 for BM. So they exchange the cutoffs values for HRM and BM between your verbal and quant cutoff, and then decision making will be the section which will again require you to have 80-85 percentile as the sectional cutoff. So that's how it typically works in XLRI. So even if say you are a person who is weak in quant or weak in verbal, you can use decision making section very effectively to be able to increase your overall score and get the call from XLRI and be able to convert it. GK that comes in ZAT examination is not going to be considered in your ZAT percentile calculation, so you don't need to worry about your GK score impacting your percentile in ZAT. Any questions? Any questions on this part? Anyone? Okay. This is the list of SNAP colleges. This is the list of SNAP colleges. Three colleges which you should definitely keep in your bucket if you are applying for SNAP are SIBM Pune, SMHRD Pune, and SIBM Bangalore. If you are a person who is only targeting say 12 plus or 13 plus salary colleges, only go for SIBM Pune and SMHRD Pune. But if you are okay with slightly lesser, SIBM Bangalore and SIIB Pune, these are two decent options which you can keep as your backup. 5 to 9, I will only suggest if you are looking out for specialized areas. So for example, if you are someone who is looking out for a career only in media and communications and aiming majorly for a college like MICA Ahmedabad, then probably SIMC Pune and SIMC Bangalore can be your backup options. If you are a person who is looking specifically into a career in IT, SCIT Pune is what you can apply for. SIOM Nasik is for those who are looking for a career in operations. SIBM Hyderabad, I rate it pretty low, so I have not put it up in this list. I will not suggest you to go for SIBM Hyderabad, ideally Aditi at all. But if you want to put SIBM Hyderabad, it will be somewhere getting you the salary of 6 to 7 lakhs. Ronit, MBA in Analytics by SMHRD is a recently started course. It is expected to get boosted a lot in time to come, I would say. So it's a decent option to apply for if you want to keep a backup after your CAT exam. Okay, so everyone who is applying for SNAP, do not miss out at applying for SIBM Pune and SMHRD Pune at any cost with SIBM Bangalore as your first backup. Again, don't worry about the last dates. We will put this up tomorrow on the website with their last dates, but it's more important that you remember that you need to apply for these colleges. These are the important ones. You cannot miss them if you are appearing for SNAP exam. And remember, in SNAP, you need to apply for every college separately. Coming to NMAT, again in NMAT, you need to apply for every college separately. First of all, you will apply for NMAT examination from NMAT by GMAC website. Then you need to apply for colleges separately. The top 4 colleges which I suggest to people through NMAT are NMIMS Mumbai. That's a default choice, followed by NMIMS Bangalore. You can also apply for NMIMS Hyderabad, but ideally I will suggest you to apply only for NMIMS Bangalore. You can apply for colleges later on also, Chirag, but do check because SIBM Pune and SMHRD Pune will have their last dates pretty close to the last date of applying for SNAP. So ensure that you do not miss out the deadline of SIBM Pune and SMHRD Pune. You can apply for them separately also. That's not an issue. Now, coming to NMAT examination, as I said, NMIMS Mumbai is your default choice, and NMIMS Bangalore is what I will suggest you to keep as a backup. Xavier University takes your NMAT score for their rural management and non-business management courses. So you can apply for Xavier University as well. And then MISB Bocconi could be another option which you could explore through NMAT. Do not apply for ICFI, please do not apply for ISB. Sorry, I'm saying ISB, I'm actually talking about IBS. ICFI Business School is what you should not apply for. It's not good at all. ICFI Business School is less than 50% placements, is less than 6 lakh average package. Do not apply for ICFI Business School. I saw some of you sending me messages on WhatsApp to apply for ICFI. Please don't apply for ICFI. Are the hospital management course in SNAP and NMAT? Deepika, NMAT has one course around health administration that is run by NMIMS itself. You can apply for it. SNAP has one institute Symbiosis Institute of Health Studies, SIHS Pune, you can apply for it, Deepika. So if you are someone who is looking out for a career post your MBA in hospital or health, you can apply for dedicated course of NMIMS and dedicated course of Symbiosis. That college in Symbiosis is entirely separate, SIHS Pune. Okay. Any more questions, anyone around NMAT, SNAP? Any more questions? These are the 3 other must to apply colleges. Do not miss them. All 3 of them conduct their own examinations. TIS Mumbai conducts TISNET, IFT will conduct IFT, MICA will conduct MICAT. Do not miss out at these 3 colleges. TIS, especially if you are looking out for MBA in HR, TIS is equivalent to XLRI when it comes to MBA in HR. IFT Delhi, again, a very, very good option, especially if you are looking for a career in finance or consulting. MICA, if you are looking for a career in marketing and advertising, must to apply. Tushar, for someone from IT background, for you, all the colleges are the same. There is no differentiator because I'm pretty sure that if you're from IT background, you 99% chances are there that you want to switch from IT to finance or marketing or to operations or to HR. So for you, doesn't matter what's the background you are coming from. I'm saying this because I myself was from an IT background when I went ahead and did my MBA. Siali college is good for MPH. I will keep a session separately for other courses of TIS where I will talk about the colleges where they are good at. So right now I'm only covering marketing, finance, HR, etc. For public health courses or social work courses, I will be taking a separate session, and that session will be on Sunday, Sayali. Ronit, worth applying for data MSc in analytics from TIS? Yes. It's a good course to apply for MSc analytics at TIS. Please apply for it, Ronit. And Ronit, with your experience, I will also suggest you to apply for ODCL course at TIS. So if you are a person with 2+ years of experience, apart from HR course at TIS, ODCL course at TIS is also very, very good. So you should apply for that also. The only thing is for ODCL course, they have put up the mandatory work ex requirement to be 2 years. If you are applying for HR, there is no work ex requirement. But for ODCL, there is a 2-year work ex requirement, and ODCL is very close to HR. So please apply for ODCL also at TIS. So for someone with say 5+ years of experience, I'll say HR, ODCL, and analytics are the 3 courses to apply for at TIS. There is no course for marketing at TIS. Karan, TIS offers a lot of good courses. TIS is a very good institute, but all other courses apart from HR and ODCL and analytics are all public health and social work related courses. ODCL, Nayanika, yes, it's been now almost 3 years that they have been running this course. Very good packages, very good summer internships, very good final packages. And a lot of people who miss out at HRM by a whisker, they typically land up at ODCL. So very good peers also is what you are going to get. This is a quick overview of colleges which are good for marketing. Ronit, no, there is no such mandatory thing. And please type in normal thing rather than caps. It becomes difficult to read. But there is no such requirement to apply for analytics, Ronit. TIS does not consider past academics, Bhavesh. TIS does not consider past academics. It's purely based on your written examination score and then how you perform in interviews. Deepika, as I said, I will be taking a separate session on Sunday for non-MBA courses. Okay, so don't worry. I will be taking up the session on this also. Akshita, MICA CAT cutoff. There is no specific cutoff. I have people with 80 percentile in CAT, they also get through MICA, and people with 99 percentile in CAT, they don't get through MICA. MICA selection is not only based on your CAT score, it is also based on how you do in their written examination plus how you do in their descriptive writing test. So MICA also has a descriptive writing test in their process where you need to write a story, you need to write do argument writing, and then you also need to take a psychometric test. So MICA selection is based on all these parameters rather than just the CAT or XAT cutoff. MICA takes both CAT and XAT, but in addition to it, it also takes its own exam. They give you 50% weightage for CAT XAT score, 50% weightage for the MICAT score, and then your performance in descriptive writing and psychometric. So MICA selection is the combination of all these parameters. Route does not consider past academics. Aditya, I will say that at this particular point of time, when exams are just a couple of months away, do not worry about profile building. Once you are done with the written examinations, then we can discuss and I can help you out that how to build your profile for the specific specialization you are looking out for. So for example, if you are looking for finance, what kind of certifications you should do. If you are looking for marketing, what you should do. If you are looking for HR, what you should do. But at this point of time, when exams are just a couple of months away, please don't waste your time on all those things, because at the end of the day, profile building, certification courses, etc., they can help you only 0.1%, and that too only in PI. But whether you get to appear for PI or not is dependent upon your written examinations. And even without any certification course, you can easily convert interviews. So don't worry on all those areas right now. Focus on written examination. Later on, I can help you out with this. Right? Ronit, this session is specifically about colleges, not about getting into the how to prepare for exams. Right, Karan? If you right, Karan, you are correct. Performance in GK section is not included in your percentile calculation of XAT. That percentile on the basis of which you are going to get the call from any college will only consider your verbal content decision making scores. It will not consider your GK section score. Top colleges for MBA in marketing. Obviously, IIM Ahmedabad, IIM Calcutta, they top the chart, followed by IIM Bangalore, XLRI, FMS Delhi. FMS Delhi, very, very good for marketing. Then comes your other IIMs like IIM Indore, IIM Kozhikode, IIM Lucknow, MDI Gurgaon, SP Jain, IIFT, SIBM Pune, JBIMS Mumbai, NMIMS Mumbai, NITI Mumbai, IMT, then your other few IIMs, then IIT Bombay, XIM Bhubaneswar. These are the colleges which you should definitely apply for MBA in marketing. For finance again, you will have IIMs ruling the chart. You will find another FMS again, very, very good for finance. JBIMS is also known a lot more for finance. Then comes your other IIMs. SP Jain again. SP Jain is the only college which is going to ask you to fill the specialization at the time of application itself. So please be careful when you are filling your SP Jain form, because SP Jain, whatever specialization you are going to fill and what answers you write in your form will also decide that you get the call or not. And secondly, once you get the call, how your interview is conducted. They will do a specialization specific personal interview. I will share this list as separate articles with all of you, so don't worry about this list. I will share with you the top current colleges across all the specializations. JBIMS is very dicey to accept CMAT. It does not accept CMAT anymore, but yes, you can appear for the CAP counseling of MHCET, where all the exam scores are taken into account. JBIMS selection procedure is very, very delusive as of now. They keep on changing it every year depending upon the Maharashtra government rules. Top colleges for HR, XLRI and TISS, they are at par with each other. That's why I say don't miss out at appearing for TISS, especially if you are looking for a career in HR. Very, very good, at par with XLRI. In fact, at times better than XLRI if you see the ROI, because the fee of TISS is very, very less as compared to XLRI fee. Khushbu, other states people, they do have chances, but definitely, as you rightly said, very few seats and hence very high competition, which means very high cutoffs for non-Maharashtra domiciled people. Ideally, I will say don't bother a lot about JBIMS. There are a lot many other options for you. Go for them. Go for the kill in them rather than say worrying about JBIMS a lot. JBIMS selection process is very delusive for outside Maharashtra candidates. Then other colleges for HR like MDI, IIM Lucknow also has a very good HR specialization. SMHRD Pune is there. Your SIBM Pune, many people don't know, but SIBM Pune also has a good HR specialization and very good placements as well. Then your IIM Ranchi has a good HR specialization. IIT Kharagpur has a good HR specialization. XIM Bhubaneswar, definitely it has. So these are some of the colleges. I will share the list tomorrow with all of you along with the college deadlines, the scores they accept, so that you don't miss out. You know which college accept which examination score. I will share with you that. I will also share with you separate links for finding out the top colleges for MBA in HR, MBA in finance, MBA in marketing, MBA in operations. Aditi, JBIMS is less good for marketing. JBIMS is very well known for finance. So for marketing, JBIMS is an average college, but for finance, it's a superb college. Okay. SRCC GBO program average, Bhavesh. SIOM, go for SIOM only if you want to do MBA in operations. SIOM is not meant for marketing or finance. It's only meant for operations. NITI is Asia's #1 college when it comes to MBA in supply chain. That is operations. So MBA in supply chain or operations, NITI is #1. But for other specializations for marketing and finance and consulting, again you can apply for NITI. So see, NITI, just like FMS and all, it's in the top tier. So for example, if you talk about companies like Amazon, Flipkart, your all FMCGs, they prefer NITI for almost all the roles. They go to NITI for different roles. But yes, some of these may open profiles across all the specializations, and some may open up profiles only in operations for NITI. But that is there. So NITI, definitely is what you should apply. When it comes to KJ Somaiya and Wellinger, they have no one specialization linked to them. They primarily are, say, more like colleges for marketing specialization, and then finance, and then IT. Vikas, CMAT today has no good college accepting CMAT score except your GIM, and hence I have not included it in. All the decent colleges which used to take CMAT, they have gradually stopped taking CMAT scores. Okay, Sheetal, I guess I could answer you. Yes, marketing communication, decent enough, Akshita, at KJ. You can definitely go for it. You can apply for it. Any more questions, anyone? Aditi, Chirag, Khushbu, any more questions, anyone? Yes, Amod, Accelerate IBM is superb for finance. Accelerate IBM is super for finance and marketing both. Don't miss it out. Bhavesh, SRCC, GBO median package will be somewhere around 6. IIT Bombay is best for operations or supply chain, followed by your consulting roles. Simsri is decent. Simsri will be around, say, 8 lakhs average package, Sheetal. Khushbu placement is okayish. Average placement will be 7 to 8. Okay. Any more questions, anyone? Perfect. So I'll end the session here. I will share with you all these college lists, their deadlines, their specialization wise rankings tomorrow, and that's going to help you a lot while you fill the forms. I hope this session has given you some clarity around which colleges should definitely apply. FMS you typically does not offer you a lot in HR. FMS is majorly for finance and marketing, Rahul. Okay. FMS is primarily for marketing and finance. Great. So with this, we'll end the session. Thank you, everyone. I hope this session was of some use, and you have a bit more knowledge that how to go about filling the forms. Pratap, I will share with you a better PDF than this by tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay, I will share with you the PDF by tomorrow. Great. Thank you everyone.